Hello everybody, my name is Reverend Ghost, and I'd like to welcome you to a session run that I played today. I'm going to try to give you some of my thoughts on the current patch, while also commentating over some of the gameplay. And in this fight I am playing Dan Henderson, being a little tentative, trying to set up a big bomb. A lot of the power strikers in this game don't really have a lot of range to them, so you're better off most of the time waiting for picking your shots, waiting to set up a big bomb. Okay? So in the current patch, there are a lot of big changes, obviously, to the striking. EA emphasized setting up realistic combos, and they wanted to emphasize the left-right as I knock out Gegard and Musashi. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta wait, set your shots, and you'll get a big bomb if you just wait. Okay? So, as I was saying, EA wanted to emphasize left-right combos, realistic combos, but what it's really done in the current state of the game is it's caused a lot of players to spam. You'll see if you play EA Sports UFC, you'll see a lot of spam. And before the current patch, you would see a lot of spinning kick spams and head kick spams with a lot of the higher rated fighters like John Jones, Renan Barão, Bruce Lee. But currently, everybody seems to be spamming hooks, left, right, body, head, head, body, it doesn't matter. Left, right hooks is what you're seeing a lot of now. And it's really cheesy, and currently there's not too much you can do with it with the changes to the parry. And before I continue, I'd like to emphasize that I am playing Michael Bisping now that the fight is a little halfway through almost. And I get taken down because John Jones is a monster at takedowns, and the changes to the takedowns in this patch made takedowns a little bit easier to get, and it seems a lot of the time like you will go for the defense to the takedown and you just will not get it. But that's neither here nor there. So back to the spamming. You see a lot of fighters spamming hooks, and a lot of the time you can try to use head movement, you can try to parry, you can go for takedowns, but most of the time you're not going to get them if the player is halfway decent, and he'll just continue spamming hooks, and more or less you're going to lose that exchange. So what I've been doing is I've just been throwing a lot of leg kicks, going back and forth, a couple punches to the head, body, leg kicks. Those leg kicks are going to interrupt your opponents. As long as he's throwing constantly, he's going to throw a lot of shots. You leg kick him, and he's going to get interrupted. So here I am, I'm going for a submission. Unfortunately, I lose it in stage 1. What I should have done there is went to pass his guard, but he was kind of annoying me, and I felt like punching him in the face from his guard. So now John Jones is going for all his John Jones mess, throwing stupid kicks that he's never thrown in real life, but he probably could throw. And then he throws a cartwheel kick, but I'm pressuring John Jones, I'm punching him, I rock him, I knock him down, we get on top of him, and he doesn't even try to block. Oh, poor John Jones. I'll move on to the next fight in just a moment. And we're back. In this fight, I am playing Conor McGregor. I switched to the orthodox stance because when I play fighters like Conor McGregor, I want to look for those crazy cage strikes. And it's just easier, depending on the side of the cage that you're on, to just switch your stance. And here, Renan Barão, he's not really throwing a lot. I'm pressuring him. He goes for a takedown, gets defended, gets a leg kick. I'm trying to set up combos. Renan Barão does have good movement. He has a lot of good stats. Goes for a takedown, gets a leg kick. He goes for the spinning kick. I go for the spinning kick. He gets a takedown, which I do think I should have defended, but again, the way the takedowns work now, they're a little bit easier to get. He goes for the submission. My submission defense is pretty good. He doesn't get it. I take him down. He kicks me off. So back to some patch notes. The EA did change something. I'll go for the cage strike, kick him in the face. They did add a fatigued animation to the kicks. So if your stamina is very low, you'll now throw a fatigued kick animation. And what it basically looks like is if you just ran a marathon and you tried to lift your leg at least to your midsection, and then you just flick them with your toes. It's pretty funny. But the problem with it is that those kicks still deal damage. They do deal a lot of damage. They deal about, probably, he takes me down. I had full stamina. He did not. I feel like I should have defended that, but again, takedowns are weird. Back to your kicks. Those fatigued kicks, they still deal damage. I was playing the other day when the patch was just released as Conor kicked me in the leg about 9 times. Go for the cage strike and missed. Those fatigued kicks do damage, and the other day when the patch was released, I was in a bad mood. I was losing a lot, having trouble adjusting to the new striking system, and I was facing somebody, and we both were just swinging bombs. No stamina, both a lot of damage, and he threw one of those fatigued kicks, and he actually knocked me out. And, well, you say, well, you got kicked in the head, you got knocked out. But when you look at the animation of these new fatigued kicks, as I said, it really just looks like you flick them with your toes in the face. As I get taken down by Conor, as he has no stamina, I look for the submission in stage 1, stage 2. He's having a lot of trouble defending this with no stamina. In stage 3, in stage 4, the round is coming to a close here. Let's see if we can get this. Stage 5, we got a lot of moment. Oh, and we get it with about 2 seconds left. Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen, the notorious. Okay, back with another fight. In this fight, I am playing Mark Hunt against Fabricio Verdum. And who else would I be facing in the heavyweight division? It's always Fabricio Verdum. As he throws about 7 hooks at my body. Now he's going to start throwing a couple kicks at my body. But as I was saying before with these fatigued kicks, it does literally look like you flick somebody with the toe, and it can knock you out. And I just think that's bogus. I mean, it's not correct, in my opinion, to compare EA UFC to a game like UFC Undisputed 3, but they're made by different people. However, if you're making a similar game, as I knocked out Fabricio Verdum with a beautiful punch combo, if you're making a similar game, I would hope you have similar aspects to the striking, to the stamina, to something. And in UFC Undisputed 3, if you had low stamina, your strikes didn't do any damage. If you had low stamina, you couldn't move very well. And if you had low stamina, everything you did was just really slow, and you were basically done. In this, I would like to say in this fight, I am playing Nate Diaz, as Anthony Pettis continues going for the leg kicks, Superman punches, and what he's done wrong here is he's run his stamina very low, and he's pushing himself right against the cage against Nate Diaz. And if you don't know, Nate Diaz have amazing power, beautiful combos, dangerous, especially when you go against the cage. If you stand in front of Nate Diaz, you're going to get dropped. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You will get dropped. Back to what I was saying. When you are playing and your stamina gets low, there's not a lot of penalty. I mean, you can still move well. Your strikes aren't too terribly slow. You don't take that much more damage than when your stamina is high, and you don't do that much less damage than when your stamina is high. So the only penalty you really get is when you want to throw combos, and when your stamina is low, like Anthony Pettis is now, he's not going to be throwing a lot in succession, where I have almost full stamina, and I can just unload on him, which I'm trying to do here. Unfortunately, Anthony Pettis is moving around a lot, regaining his stamina, because the ridiculous sidesteps in this game, even at low stamina, as I rock Anthony Pettis, we knock him out with a beautiful overhand. As I was saying,
When you got somebody low stamina, you want to throw beautiful combos at them. Left, right, head, body. Throw a kick in there if you feel like it's needed. And you're going to get a finish just like that. Now, another point I would like to touch is